What is up, guys? It's Rocky from Baxter's, and I'm here to bring to you the Masterpiece series of Kaladesh Inventions. That is 30 cards that are going to be released in the Kaladesh that are ultra rare. I mean, they're rarer than Mythics. You probably get one a case, and they are awesome cards. And so we have, these cards are from old past sets with new artwork redone to make it easier for players to get these old cards because they cost a lot, and also a few from this set that have come out. So let's start with Cataclysmic Gearhulk. For 3 and 2 white, 4/5 artifact creature construct, Vigilance. When Cataclysmic Gearhulk enters the battlefield, each player chooses an artifact, a creature, an enchantment, and the planeswalker from among the non-land permanents he or she controls, then sacrifices the rest. Torrential Gearhulk. For 4 and 2 blue, 5/6 artifact creature construct. Flash. When Torrential Gearhulk enters the battlefield, you may cast target instant card from your graveyard without paying its mana cost. If that card would be put into your graveyard this turn, exile it instead. Noxious Gearhulk. 4 and 2 black, 5/4 artifact creature construct. Menace. When Noxious Gearhulk enters the battlefield, you may destroy another target creature. If a creature is destroyed this way, you gain life equal to its toughness. Combustible Gearhulk. For 4 and 2 red, 6/6 artifact creature construct. First strike. When Combustible Gearhulk enters the battlefield, target opponent may have you draw 3 cards. If the player doesn't, put the top 3 cards of your library into your graveyard. Then, Combustible Gearhulk deals damage to that player equal to the total converted mana cost of those cards. Verdurous Gearhulk. 3 and 2 green for a 4/4 artifact creature construct. Trample. When Verdurous Gearhulk enters the battlefield, distribute 4 +1/+1 counters among any number of target creatures you control. Aether Vial. 1 generic mana. Artifact. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may put a charge counter on Aether Vial. Tap Aether Vial. You may put a creature card with converted mana cost equal to the number of charge counters on Aether Vial from your hand onto the battlefield. Champion's Helm. 3 generic mana. Artifact equipment. Equipped creature gets +2/+2. As long as an equipped creature is legendary, it has hexproof. Equipped. 1 generic mana. Chromatic Lantern. 3 generic mana. Artifact. Lands you control have tap. Add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool. Or tap Chromatic Lantern. Add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool. Chrome Mox. 0. Artifact. Imprint. When Chrome Mox enters the battlefield, you may exile a non-artifact, non-land card from your hand. Tap, add 1 mana of any of the exiled card's colors to your mana pool. Cloudstone Curio. 3 generic mana. Artifact. Whenever a non-artifact permanent enters the battlefield under your control, you may return another permanent you control that shares a permanent type with it to its owner's hand. Crucible of Worlds. 3 generic mana. Artifact. You may play land cards from your graveyard. Gauntlet of Power. 5 generic mana. Artifact. As Gauntlet of Power enters the battlefield, choose a color. Creatures of the chosen color get +1/+1. Whenever a basic land is tapped for mana of the chosen color, its controller adds 1 mana of that color to his or her mana pool. Hangerback Walker. XX. Artifact creature construct. Hangerback Walker enters the battlefield with X +1/+1 counters on it. When Hangerback Walker dies, create a 1/1 colorless Thopter artifact creature token with flying for each +1/+1 counter on Hangerback Walker. 1 generic mana tap, put a +1/+1 counter on Hangerback Walker. Lightning Greaves. 2 generic mana artifact equipment. Equipped creature has haste and shroud. Equip 0. Lotus Petal. 0. Tap, sacrifice Lotus Petal, add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool. Mana Crypt. 0. Artifact. At the beginning of your upkeep, flip a coin. If you lose the flip, Mana Crypt deals 3 damage to you. Tap, add 2 colorless to your mana pool. Mana Vault. 1 generic mana, artifact. Mana Vault doesn't untap during your untap step. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may pay 4 generic mana. If you do, untap Mana Vault. At the beginning of your draw step, if Mana Vault is tapped, it deals 1 damage to you. Tap Mana Vault, add 3 colorless mana to your mana pool. Mind's Eye, 5 generic mana, artifact. When an opponent draws a card, you may pay 1 generic mana. If you do, draw a card. Mox Opal, 0, legendary artifact, Metalcraft. Tap, add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool. Activate this ability only if you control 3 or more artifacts. Painter's Servant, 2 generic mana, 1/3 artifact creature, Scarecrow. As Painter's Servant enters the battlefield, choose a color. All cards that aren't on the battlefield, spells, and permanents are the chosen color in addition to their other colors. Rings of Bright Hearth, 3 generic mana, artifact. Whenever you activate an ability, if it isn't a mana ability, you may pay 2 generic mana. If you do, copy that ability. You may choose new targets for the copy. Scroll Rack, 2 generic mana, artifact. 1 generic mana and tap, exile any number of cards from your hand face down. Put that many cards from the top of your library into your hand. Then look at the exiled cards and put them on top of your library in any order. Sculpting Steel, 3 generic mana, artifact. You may have Sculpting Steel enter the battlefield as a copy of any artifact on the battlefield. Soul Ring, 1 generic mana, artifact. Tap, add 2 colorless to your mana pool. Solemn Simulacrum, 4 generic mana, artifact creature, Golem. When Solemn Simulacrum enters the battlefield, you may search your library for a basic land card. Put that card on top of the battlefield tapped, then shuffle your library. When Solemn Simulacrum dies, you may draw a card. 2/2. Static Orb, 3 generic mana, artifact. As long as Static Orb is untapped, players can't untap more than 2 permanents during their untap step. Steel Overseer, 2 generic mana, artifact creature, construct. Tap, put a +1/+1 counter on each artifact creature you control. 1/1. Sword of Feast and Famine, 3 generic mana, artifact equipment. Equipped creature gets +2/+2 and has protection from black and from green. Whenever equipped creature deals combat damage to a player, that player discards a card and you untap all lands you control. Equip, 2 generic mana. Sword of Fire and Ice, 3 generic mana. Artifact equipment. Equipped creature gets +2/+2 and has protection from red and blue. Whenever equipped creature deals combat damage to a player, Sword of Fire and Ice deals 2 damage to target creature or player and you draw a card. Equip, 2. Sword of Light and Shadow, 3 generic mana. Artifact equipment. Equipped creature gets +2/+2 and has protection from white and from black. Whenever equipped creature deals combat damage to a player, you gain 3 life and you may return up to 1 target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. Equip 2. So thank you guys, I'm very excited for these new releases. I'm really excited what they're doing with this set and how they're releasing these 30 awesome cards. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below if you're excited for this. Does this mean that we gotta buy a bunch of boxes, or is this a set where you buy just singles? You let me know in the comments below what you think, what your favorite cards are that have been released. And also, if you haven't already, like the Baxter's Facebook page. We're trying to get up to 1,000 Facebook likes by September 16th. September 16th is the Kickstarter, where if you contribute, you will get a Baxter deck of playing cards. And so thank you very much for everybody here. Make sure to subscribe, like the Facebook, visit the website, all linked in the description below, and I'll see you in the next video.